back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Do appreciate everybody for checking in. And let's talk a little bit more about Colin Kaepernick. All right, Pro Football Talk, they had a theory that ended up being true. Okay? I'm going to talk about what their theory was and why Colin Kaepernick did not work out at the Falcons practice facility. And if you want to just jump ahead and, don't want to listen, you prefer reading. And I like to read a lot of the times and then listen to the video. Well, that's how I do my videos, obviously. But TMZ article is in the description. This is a drop-down box under article link. If I'm talking about a story, always the article link or the source link, video link, is always in the description. So I'm not trying to hide where I get my stories from and act like I got some type of anonymous pool. Sometimes people do tell me things behind the scenes, but let's get to it. All right, it was a paragraph in there, and I'll probably screenshot it and put it on the screen. That had Kaepernick felt to believe in the waiver, that he would be waiving his right to ever sue the NFL again if wrongdoing. So the NFL tried to slip this liability waiver in there where, that would stop Kaepernick from ever suing them again. So at the end of the day, they could have hired him and then fired him, and then there was no more legal action that he could have ever took. And that's as a American citizen, as an employee in America, that's your right. They tried to get him to waive his rights as an employee. They tried to get him to waive his rights as an employee to take legal action. See, that was the overplay for the underplay. Okay? And Jay-Z should be ashamed of himself. He on the shit list now. Stephen A. Smith should be ashamed. That's why it's hard to talk before all the information comes out. Because when he could have worked out there, did good, they could have picked him up, and then they could have released him again and say, oh, he just wasn't good enough. He was a distraction. And then Kaepernick knew he wasn't a distraction. Everybody knew that he was getting whiteballed or he was getting, released. He signed, he works out, he signs, get cut, and then they blackball him for real, and he can never sue them again. That's what it was about. That was it about. That's why they let him work out again. They was gonna sign him. They didn't want him to bring his camera crew in there. Either they was going to get him to waive his rights as an American employee. Okay, they was gonna give him to waive his rights. Okay. Then he couldn't bring a camera crew in there. He couldn't live stream like he did at the high school. Right? Couldn't live stream it. Then the Atlanta Falcons camera crew was gonna do it, and they was gonna chop that footage up to show people that he wasn't good enough to play in the league. Oh, look at this missed throw, or he threw this behind him. Oh, look at this. They was going to get the worst clips and a couple okay clips in there, and they was going to make him look like, see, he can't play. Or they was going to get him, okay? Or they was going to get him to say, oh, he can play, and then bring him in the league, cut him, and now he can't sue again knowing that he was wrongfully released from employment. NFL playing a dirty game. They almost as dirty as the judicial system in America. And Kaepernick was wild. And I said before I ever read the story, when they said the NFL is facilitating the workout for Colin Kaepernick, and when my boys, I text them, or we on Facebook, I hit them, and I said, it's over. Don't matter. It's over. Why would they wait 3 years later to help him out? It's just some things you got to put together. When you grow up, man, you get a little bit more wiser, and you've been hit with the okie doke, you can grow up in the suburbs, you can grow up in the hood, you can grow up in the streets. It's just some things that you can peep out, and I peeped that out. And when it came out, Jay-Z was only trying to help Kaepernick get back league for his reputation, because the black community had came down hard on him. Other than you hear Jay-Z talk to T.I. T.I. talked about that. You hear Jay-Z, talk to you see him on the at the little gambling thing with Yo Gotti lost $500,000. Come on, man. Jay-Z, you can never be the GOAT doing stuff like this. You can never be the GOAT of rap. You may be below Eminem now. You may be below Eminem now. After this, come on. And you see Beyonce, she ashamed. In my Tyrese voice, shame. She ashamed. She ain't even made an appearance. She ain't go, all of a sudden she want to raise her child as a mother now. Her children. Jay-Z did damage the name of the Carters. We need some lines to do that elevator thing again. But, it's always real. That's why I ain't jump on Kaepernick. You see, and what the NFL done is created confusion. Nah, they that meme where it'd be like somebody getting beat up, and it say like Bills and then me getting beat up, and then God watching me get beat up or something, kind of taking a picture. NFL just taking a picture, watching that they created confusion, chaos amongst the black community. We got Stephen A. Smith. We got Mr. Smith going at it with Eric Reed. We got Eric Reed going at it with Malcolm Jenkins, and Eric Reed going at it with Jay-Z. You got Kaepernick secretly probably going at it with Jay-Z. You got Damian Woody and Marcellus Wiley individually on their platforms going at it. Oh, we can't just be unified. How many white people you see jumping on Mason Rudolph knowing that he was wrong? He should have deserved more than $35,000 fine in the Myles Garrett situation. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Oh, I can't keep it. You gotta ask yourself that question. They doing exactly what they done when they brought us over here when we was freed. They created confusion. They created chaos amongst our community. And it's just maybe the black sports community in this situation. And the NFL doing what they do best. And you know what? Game recognized game. And if Eric Reed and Stephen A. Smith and Damian Woody and Malcolm Jenkins with his raccoon self and Jay-Z, they want to play that role, go ahead. I get it. Because it seems sometimes to me it's no hope for our people. Not in this country. We've been poisoned bad in several different ways. But with the NFL to close it out, with the NFL pulling this, I knew it was some jive turkey stuff, man. I knew it. Kaepernick just not going to walk away. And it came together too quick for me. I was looking like, it came together a little bit quick. My camera keep moving. I said it came together a little bit quick for me. It was like Tuesday, Wednesday came out, maybe Monday, and they want to do this workout, and they threw something together, and they said, well, Kaepernick waiver was 268 words. He was willing to waive his right if he got injured on the Atlanta practice facility that they had no liability. He was willing to waive that and just nurse himself and take care of himself. He was willing to waive that. But when they asked him to waive his rights in some type of funny language, you know how they do, to ever sue in the NFL again as an employee, he knew what it was. They was going to chew him up and spit him out. He sent his he sent his workout video to 32 other teams. It's over, bro. You should have got everything you wanted to in that buyout. You know what I'm saying? You should have got as much money as you was expected to get. Seriously. You should have got as much money as you was supposed to get. They saying he got $1 to $10 million. I believe it was way more than that. I think he got some money under the table. But this is why you see when most people sue their employer, they don't go back and work for their employer. So for Kaepernick, people, and some people that try to kind of twist it and see it from that angle, well, if the NFL is so bad, why does Kaepernick want to play in it again? Why does Kaepernick? Because guess what? It ain't no respectable alternative to the NFL. That's not a Japan like baseball. You got the minor leagues. You got a league over there in Japan. NBA. You got the G League. You can go over to several different countries and make a good living. I have a friend over there now that's on billboards. He didn't find solace in the NBA, but guess what? He a superstar. He like the Michael Jordan over there in the little country he playing in. And the NFL ain't none of that. And NFL Europe and Canadian football and XFL, that ain't worth it. That little bit of money they throwing out, it's not worth it. But it's lucky for Kaepernick, game recognized game. And they should have sent that waiver over Thursday night, so he could read over it. You see how they gave it to him like 30 minutes before the workout, thinking that he was just a dumb individual. He was just going to and sign his life away and sign his rights away. That's how they get you in these record deals. Now, if this was a record deal, and this is a young artist, young Mook or whatever, and he go ahead and he signed his life away to Atlantic Records or Young Money, Cash Money, whatever it is, he signed his life away like that for a signing bonus or a little advance that he got to pay back, the $500 million advance he got to pay back. No, Kaepernick is a grown man. Kaepernick knew not to trust the hand in the NFL, but I'll link the article in the description. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got a business question, require sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation? That link's in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. And once again, you can hit me up an email and Twitter, the quickest ways. But all my social media there, man. You can follow me there, man. Let me know what you think. I'm gonna continue to cover it. I support Colin Kaepernick as well, and we'll see where it goes from here. So make sure you hit that bell icon so you get the latest news and notifications when I drop a video. Check our playlist off: NFL, we got combat sports, boxing, MMA, NBA, the whole nine. One time for the one time we got.